And we're back. Yes, it has been a while, but we're back with another banger video. Today we're gonna have how to play Joy like a pro, some tips and tricks, and just overall Joy guide of how to use her and to have best chance of winning battles with her. Make sure to like and to subscribe to my channel, as it really helps the channel to grow. And as always, cue the intro. Alrighty, starting off with the items. Alright, the first item that you will always want to use on Joy is Adrenaline Shot. Not only does it help you save you from kill shots, because Joy being a close range character and also unfortunately having low HP, jumping in onto players in mid game without having Adrenaline Shot on is fatal. And so having Adrenaline Shot on is very effective and very good on Joy. The next items, you kind of guessed it, it's the staples, you know, jungle shoes, vampire teeth. And then you got the fourth item, you could throw in sandals, coffee, cluster bombs as well. I really haven't tried cluster bombs, but also an underrated one is toolkit, because not only does it allow her to be hidden, it also allows her, when in the lunar season, allow her to jump off the confetti and gain HP and bounce it to another player. So during that time, I like using toolkit during the lunar season in Zooba. So those are pretty much items. If you got the special items, you know, put them on for the fourth item. Alright, let's talk about skill points. For the spear, all I do is add range and the rest into cooldown. For the bomb, it's actually different to what I'm usually accustomed to. Because she has small bombs, I add a bunch of my points into radius. Then I even out range and cooldown reduction with my skill points. For the shotgun, add number, range, cooldown reduction, and then the rest into velocity. Simple loadout. I feel like this is the best effective way, mainly because, like I was saying earlier, the small bombs, and so that helps you out when you have a bigger bomb. And y'all will learn in this video why I actually do it, because it helps out when you're trying to attack players with Joy. Alrighty, now matchups. Now I'm only going to be covering the 3 characters I feel Joy most likely could be at all times, and then the 3 characters that Joy struggle against at all times. Starting with the first one that I feel like she has a strong advantage over is Betsy. Not only because Betsy gives her a platform, allow her to bounce, but because of Betsy's low HP, it makes her easy to get 2-shotted by her 360 spears when she throws the stink on her. Another character Joy excels against is Louis. Needless to say, his rats really provide a lot of platforms for Joy to bounce off of, and so as well as him having low HP as well, allows her to 2-shot him as well. And the last character I believe that Joy has a strong fight against when she go against is Susie, because mainly the beehive again allows her to jump off and fight the Susie, and then plus Susie slows herself with her beehive at times, especially when you be that close range and then you bouncing off, so that when the beehive throw the honey bomb, and mainly hit Susie all the time. And so yeah, them 3 characters I believe Joy has strong advantages against when she playing. The 3 characters I believe that Joy struggles the most against are Buddy, Zack, and Donna. Zack because of the shields and his high HP and damage. Shields kind of negate having crit hits. Buddy kind of like the same thing. His shield allows him to take some crit hits a lot, and also having high damage. And Donna mainly because she's always in the water. You'll find out later on why I said that, because it's really a disadvantage for Joy when you're playing with her when you're near water. Alright, we made it to the tips and tricks. The first tip I like to call is Stink Bomb. Now, I know you're wondering, okay, what does that actually mean? But essentially it just means that you use your bomb as a lead or as a guide, so when you use your place when you're about to jump at a player. And so I do that a lot, and you'll see in my clips with Joy, I always lead with the bomb, as it kind of used as like a measuring stick to know where I gotta jump at. And a lot of times as well, because it takes a little longer for it to explode when I jump at a player with my stink, it allows the bomb to also hit them with the quick as well. And so this is a very good tip to use for bombs with Joy, because it allows the bomb to get a quick hit on the first initial attack from a player, and they not really expecting it. So tip right there. Alright, my second tip is barricade. When you're playing with Joy, you always want to have a barricade in your disposal, because when you're playing in team modes or when you're playing solo, what I like to do is drop a barricade on the ground and then to go into my hop ability, so I can be able to jump on the player bounce off the barricade and jump back to the player. So I get that double hop, you know, when she chain all three of them. And so hair barricades on, so that's why I'm saying toolkit's a good item to use. But like if you have loot on the floor and there's a barricade, pick it up so you can be able to use it in battle and block, and also be able to use it as a platform so you could jump off the player 2 times instead of just once. And so very good to use. Even in team battles I do it as well. And yeah, you should try it because it's very, very effective, and sometimes you can think outside the box, but sometimes it doesn't always work, so just keep that in the back of your mind. My third tip is think all day. Make sure when you're playing with Joy, you always got the smell onto players. Don't ever waste your attacks on players that does not have the stink. Now I know you can attack players and still get the kills. I know that I'm not naive to that, but I'm saying it's best and effective. You can win way more and also be able to take your opponents out much sooner if they always have this stink on them. So always make sure you jump at a player to get the smell on them first before you start attacking them. Just a small little tip right there. My 4th tip is do not fight near water. Now I know some people may know this, but I know a lot of people does not know this. But in Zooba, if someone has a stinky effect, all you just need to do to take it off of you is enter the water. The healer water does not count, but just normal water takes off the stinky effect. And so with Joy, playing near the water is a disadvantage. Not only does it take away your stink, it also makes it difficult for you to attack if you're not using sandals. And players who play near the water takes away, you know, her passive, her strong ability. And so do not try to fight players near the water, as you will not have no effectiveness with your stink, as they'll just be able to enter the water and take it right off. And so being smart with Joy is not playing near the water and improving your gameplay, because you can lose a lot of battles trying to beat somebody near the water. And so yeah, for those that probably were gonna wait, why I'm not crit hitting them, you know, now water takes off the stink effect. Another small tip is that I have classified Joy as a one-shot character. If you see, you can check my video with the one-shot. And so the double 360 spears, when you got the stink on someone, if they're the same level or if you're a lot higher than them, you'll be close to one-shotting them. And so just remember to just be careful using them 360 spears. You do not want to miss them opportunities of taking massive damage away from players. So always have control with them things, and make sure that when you hit someone, they have the stink on and you will hit them twice. Just a little small little right there, just to beware, because you are a one-shotting character when you play with Joy. Another tip is holding your jump as a counter attack. And so what I mean is, you know, Duke when he's about to stun, Zack when he's trying to ram you, or character that does attacks, you can hold that at the ability. Don't always just jump right into parties or jump right into battles, try to throw the stink at all times. Sometimes you got to be a little smart when you're going against the high level characters or high healthy characters that got a bunch of damage, because you remember you don't got much HP. And so be aware using your attack as a counter, so when someone tries to use their attack, you jumping towards at them, so you dodging their attack, throwing the stink on them, and bouncing away to miss another attack, and then you can hit them with the 360 swings. You put yourself in a whole bigger advantage when you use your jump, your acrobat, as a counter instead of always using it as an aggressor. And so just a tip right there to just pay attention to use it when you're going to get someone that's Duke trying to stun you, or Buck trying to ram you, or Paco trying to spit on you. That you could jump, counter that to give yourself the advantage by throwing the stink, and also being able to launch your own attack, your own aggressive attacks. And so yeah, just use your ability as a counter at times. Don't always use it as the aggressor. And some extra bonus small little Joy is that her best modes playing is team modes, of course squads, because there's a bunch of people, so she could be able to bounce on a lot of players. The best map I would say to use her on is the volcano map, because like I said, the healing water does not take off the stink effect, and also because it's a small board, a lot of times people like the team or in general just be close in that little small board because it's so small, so you're able to bounce off multiple players and actually attack 2 players at one time at a good amount. So yeah, that's the best map I say to use her on. And then the strategies to how you fight certain players or snipers, you want to try to close the gap on them. You do not want to keep a distance, as they would take a bunch of your HP with your low HP self. Against tanks, you want to use your ability as a counter, like I was saying, because you want to use your jump to jump away from their attacks, and then also be able to throw the stink on them and do a massive damage. And for like the speedy characters like Larry and them, you don't want to chase them, but you can chase players. You could chase certain characters with Joy, because she does got enough speed to catch a player and also able to jump and catch a player down. A little who you're facing. Snipers, you want to attack them, you could catch snipers because they're not fast enough from away from your hops and also your speed in general. Tanks, you could catch a tank, but you don't want to chase tanks. You want to use your ability as a counter to tanks, And for the slashers, you just want to play them face value and use your actor as a counter at times, and then sometimes you want to use as an aggressor. So yeah, that's pretty much all the tips and tricks for Joy. I hope this improves y'all gameplay. Let me know in the comments below what y'all think of these tips and tricks. And also, I will continue to make more of these guides. I got another one coming soon. It's going to be Henry, then Shelly, then Tony. And so I know I said Shelly in my next video, but the Joy poll won it, so I had to do Joy. But anyway, make sure to like and to subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. See y'all later.
Hey you! Yeah. Subscribe. SUBSCRIB.